Happy Friday, everybody. So first I want to come on and say my prayers are with those in Nashville, Tennessee, for those who lost loved ones. And I've never lost a loved one during the storm, but I have lost them, in car accidents and things like that. So anytime you lose someone you love, it's hard. In fact, yesterday was the first year anniversary of my mom's death, so it was very, very, what got me through is her telling us we have to be strong and we're going to lose people because death is a part of life. So that helped me get through yesterday, just the things that she's taught me. So, yeah, but, my son and I talk often about things that happens and why God allowed things to happen and the message in our storm when we're going through something. And every time I go through something, I say, Lord, what are you trying to teach me? That's the mindset that I have now, because God is in control. And a pastor was talking about on, one of my church members did record the sermon from Sunday, so I'm going to put it on my community page if anyone is interested. If you need a word, you listen to my pastor, you'll get it, trust me. But anyway, he was talking about, God allowing things, people to come into your life, things that are not good, like the coronavirus and things like that. But, we forget about him. And so sometimes what we go through is really a wake-up call. It's something that just wake us up. But, and I often, and I've said this time and again, I don't get a lot of views. And you know what? If I get one, I'm satisfied. Of course, I would like my views to grow. But like I said before, many people want to be entertained. They'd rather be entertained than informed. I like information first and then entertainment. But anyway, people are resilient. And even the most cruel person can be kind. And sometimes, you know how the Lord had to pull it out of them? Devastation, catastrophes, things like, earthquakes, tsunamis, storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods. It doesn't matter where you fires. It doesn't matter where you live, how much money you have. We all face disaster. And then that makes us need each other. So whether you believe it or not, we all need each other. From the person who sweeps the floor to the person who makes the decisions. Everybody is necessary. And wow, I mean, every time something happens, I think about that. I do, because you see people may live on the street the next street, never know one another, but in Devastation, that's how they meet. And I've told this story before, and I'm going to tell it again because I think it's very relevant and it's very real, and it's a message in it. Two guys in Houston, Texas, during Hurricane Harvey. Caucasian gentleman used his boat to go and help rescue others. One of the guys he happened to rescue had on a shirt from his hometown. These two gentlemen grew up in the same little town in Louisiana. Went to the same school. I don't know if they went during the same time, but met during Hurricane Harvey. And so even after the rescue, they had done a segment on the television where they were, I think the Caucasian guy had gone over to help the African American guy put some flooring down or continue to rebuild his home or something. But I'm just saying, the friendship was established. Never would have happened if it would have been for that devastation. So I always ask myself, and I always think about that, and I always try to, don't always, oh, woe is me. Why all this always happens to me? There's a message. There's something that the Lord wants you to learn, or wants you to understand if you'll listen. But some are just so quick to say, Lord, why I always got to go through that? I mean, I'm human. I've done that too. I've done that too. But the Lord reminds me, why not you? Jesus suffered, so we are going to too. So, but, the thing about it is, if you try to live right, try to do right, love on people the way we're supposed to, You're gonna go through, but he's gonna always be. He's gonna be with you regardless. But when you're trying to live right and have that relationship with him, you're gonna know he's there. You're gonna feel his presence. I do. I have literally gone through things, and I can just hear. I know it's nobody but the Lord. I got you. I'm telling y'all, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. But you can't go around and have that type of relationship with God with a hard heart. You can't. It's just not possible. You can't allow God in if you're still wrestling with the devil. You know, you still giving him so much of your time. And that's why, you know, a lot of times people quick to say, oh, that person weak, or that person a pushover. Sometimes that person is a peacemaker because that's who God made him to be. You understand what I'm saying? You know, until people realize that revenge is not yours and you got to give people and situations to God, you're going to always be wrestling with things. I mean, we're going to wrestle anyway. That's not what I'm saying. But some of the situations we go through, we bring it on ourselves. For instance, if you got somebody that's done you wrong and you're trying to retaliate, but while you digging ditches for people, you fall in them. You understand? So that's what I'm talking about. Learning how to let go and let God. Every action from someone else don't require reaction from you. You understand what I'm saying? I've learned to always take the high road. You may look at it and say, oh Lord, I couldn't have done that, baby. You're not me. And see, I know one thing. I often reflect on, Lord, if I'm going through something, is it something that I did to cause this to happen? What could I have done different? People don't think about that. And I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes even with your kids, you go through things with your kids because of something you did. And it's just, man, people don't understand. People don't understand.